Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be reacting to Binibining Pilipinas 2021 National Costume Fashion Show. And the reason why we're making this video is that last few months ago we reacted to the 69th Miss Universe National Costume Competition, and well, for me I enjoy it a lot because at the end of the day I'm Filipino, we like pageants. And last January 2020, before the lockdown started happening, like, we were able to go to the Philippines and I was able to take him with me. That's why. And unfortunately, like, we're only there for like 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to like take him to a lot of places because it's a short period of time basically. And I wanted him to like I wanted to introduce him more to Filipino culture. And for those of you who don't know, I am born and raised in the Philippines. And here's the question to you guys. I hope you can help me out, because when we were in the Philippines, like, we wanted to like rent out barongs and other traditional costumes that we have in the Philippines, and we stayed in Manila. But unfortunately, we're not able to like find a place where we can rent barongs. So if you guys can comment down below on places we can go to the next time we visit the Philippines, so we can rent traditional costumes and like we can go places like Casa Manila or Intramuros, so he can try them basically. This is my American friend, by the way. And what do you think when we visit the Philippines? How do you feel? Well, what's your experience like?
I liked it. It's hot.
I know, right? Well, yeah, because that's the thing. I wanted him to try like our national costumes or like our traditional costumes, but I wasn't able to. And I was telling him like pageants is big in the Philippines, and like we are proud wearing our national costumes on stage, and it's a big event. So now at least in here you're gonna have like an idea on like what our national traditional clothing look like, and like the influences, and it's something we are proud of, something we wear in the runway. I hope we have something like that in America though. Do we have anything similar in the US?
I don't know.
I need to like look it up. Well, if you guys know any, well, for those who are from the US watching this video, if you know any links or fashion shows that we can check with regards to like national costumes in the US, like, feel free to like let me know so we can check it out. So let's get started.
Beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. Now see the creative and colorful outfits in motion as our lovely candidates show them off on the new Frontier Theater stage. Among these girls who will make it to the top 10 best in national costumes.
That's Manila. We stayed there, remember?
The National Costume Fashion Show of Binibining Pilipinas.
You see that? I saw that when I watched Miss Grand International. It's pageant from Thailand. Because Miss Universe is owned by American. It's an American company, Miss Universe. Look at her, she's on bikini. Well, it's hot in Philippines anyway, so that's why.
Parade genius.
Look how pretty she is, though.
Local creations in today's cultural presentation. In fiery cake,
So what does Binibining mean? What does Binibining mean?
Binibining means miss.
Okay.
That's the Filipino translation for miss. You need to remember that. It's very old though, like, it's very deep. Like, a lot of people use miss now. She looked like Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls. I don't know why.
So this is just completely separate from this universe?
Yeah. Pause. So basically, I believe this competition, this is where they choose like, I think top 5 or top 10 that they're gonna send to international pageants. I don't know how it works, but like, from what I understand, like the top 5, they're gonna send them to like Miss World, Miss Universe, and all. They're gonna choose from all of these girls basically. Okay. The one we're gonna send to like our national or international competitions. This one is a tribal one.
Ryan June Mariano Castillo.
You can see the details though. Yeah, I can tell it's very meticulous.
This national
Look how sparkling. She's sparkling.
In the battle
Yeah, that's more
of
Spanish
Pampusal,
inspired, as you can
from
see.
Manila,
Or
Binibining
European
Pilipinas,
inspired.
Patricia Mariah Garcia.
She's sparkling.
And how many contestants are there?
From what I heard, it's 34 of them. Let's see. Let's see the entire show.
Seems like she's having trouble walking.
Well, it's heavy. It's very elaborate. I feel like we have better costumes in here than the ones we send international. Those are like other tribes that are indigenous to Philippines. How come she's now wearing high heels though? She's supposed to be in high heels as well. You're rolling.
Bini 6 from Caloocan, Shannon Tampon. Designers, Armand Marco and
Oh.
Robert Espiritu. This costume is
I'll explain something to you one second.
Georgia De Jesus in Caloocan.
Because this is gonna be a little controversial for like a lot of Americans. But here, pause. Because like that flag like she's holding that says KKK, it's different from like the KKK here in the US, okay? It has a different meaning. KKK has something to do with like the rebellion against the foreign occupiers, especially the Spanish Empire. It's not about white supremacy or racism or anything like that. It's, you know, translated in our language, the 3Ks in our language. So hopefully for those who are Americans who are watching this, like, they're not gonna get offended by this. It's different KKK, okay? And that's our alphabet right there, our indigenous alphabet. And I'm trying to like relearn how to write that, because when the Spanish like occupied the Philippines, like they try to erase everything that we are, because they think it's like barbaric and like savages. They're trying to teach us how to be more European, because it's the better way they think. But like, yeah, I'm trying to relearn the language. It says Lakambini.
Manny Halasan.
She's
This
sparkling.
national costume is inspired by Lakapati, the goddess of agriculture and fertility. It's
The rice goddess.
The dragonfly, and Niyugyugan festivals of Quezon province. The
Yeah, she's
skirt
very
is
festive.
embellished with handcrafted coconut shells and colorful kiping and bacha, symbolizing the city's Lavanderos Festival.
That's our traditional way of washing clothes.
Shira, Marie Rona.
Like that's where we wash it and we smack it with this thing on a hard surface. Just to remove, should I say impurities, should I? Or dirt?
Bini 10 from Batangas, Maureen and Montaigne.
These looks heavy.
Nick Guarino. Designer, Paulo
She's
Blanco.
a chicken. She's a golden chicken.
Inspired by Sari Manok.
She's pretty. Look at her smile.
Bini 12.
Then she's
Cinderella,
gold.
Faye Obenita. From Laguna, Bini 13.
Laguna.
Alexandra May Rosales.
That's where I grew up, Laguna.
Designer, Richard
Remember I took you to Calamba City?
This national
Yeah,
costume
That's the
is
province of
called
Laguna.
Okay.
ng Laguna, and showcases the rich history and colorful traditions of Mindanao.
Well.
It's just weird as they raised it up.
You don't like costumes that has reveals on them? Like in Miss Universe?
Well, no one's come out with a house
Bini
yet.
15 from Iloilo.
Look at the feathers on this thing. It's in high heels, you see? You see, that's the house you're looking for.
Marvin Garcia. This Melinan.
Oh, I've seen that girl online.
Festival.
She's one of my
This
favorites. She's
national
pretty.
costume is a flower art.
She reminds me of like a
It casts the
2015
light
Miss
for a bamboo
Universe.
arch decorated
Miss
with
Philippines.
vibrant flowers. From
Like the
Masbate,
winner for Miss
Binibining
Universe in
17.
2015.
Hannah Arnold.
Oh, you see the details in her costume though?
Designer,
That's a
Erjan
flower.
de la Serna. This outfit pays homage to the rice granary of the Philippines.
Oh no, she's a
Nueva Ecija.
No, she's the real rice goddess.
With beads that resemble palay or rice grains. The train represents
Gee, that's the word for it,
vast
palay.
rice fields of the province. Ecija, Maria Ruth
And it's
Queen.
glowing. And the other one's glowing as well.
Color is a reference to Borongan, Eastern Samar, also known as the City of Golden Sunrise.
It's spinning.
It is at Mercado. Designer Roy Aquino.
You see, look, it's very Spanish
This costume
inspired.
is
You see?
inspired by the terno worn by former
Very traditional. And what is this?
Binibining 21 from La Union.
Okay.
This national costume portrays a water deity emerging from the sea.
At first I thought it's a flower.
From La Union, Karina.
What is this?
Binibining 22 from Pampanga, Ferdinand.
Look at the
Makoy
details on this
Alipane,
thing.
And Oplong Paras.
Looks
This
really heavy.
ensemble is mostly made of dasi or Florida Blanca.
I wonder how
Pampanga.
they wash all of these
It
things
pays
though.
homage to Pampanga's
How do you dry
patroness,
clean these
the
things?
miraculous
I don't know.
Virgen de los Remedios.
Yeah, the costumes here look way better than the ones we send in international competitions. I don't know why.
Binibining 24.
It's a
Designers,
Christian woman.
Rich Sabinian and Kevin Kayana, known to bring hope and prosperity.
And she's glowing.
From Angeles City, Pampanga.
Look at the details on this thing. You're bored.
Rizal, Honey Grace Cartasano.
And she's glowing too. What's up with all these glowing costumes? And she's a giant lady.
Graciela Liman.
It's a very sexy costume.
Designer Michael Barasi.
The giant pearl.
Main Perlas ng Silanganan.
And another flower.
Binibini 30. Mercedes Pear.
I wonder how they stitch all of that though. It's embroidered. Like, I wonder how they did that though. And how
I don't
long
know.
did it take for them to make it though?
Probably a while.
See the details though. I can tell they put an effort in it.
This national costume pays tribute to Mother Mary,
Christian
as the savior
women.
of Batangas during the recent Taal volcano eruption.
What?
May mention the Taal volcano.
Yeah, remember when we fly to the Philippines, the volcano erupted, and we got stuck in Hong Kong.
Leslie Anticaro.
And she's a flower.
Agum City.
Okay.
Leslie Anticaro.
And she transforms.
And tribe. It is
Is she our version of Princess Mononoke?
Mirror the valor
Princess
of
Naya?
the princess. It is
She the
believed
new Disney
that
princess?
black garment can
Here's another warrior.
from Sultan Kudarat. The details and patterns of this outfit
She's a sultan.
are hand beaded and from Sultan
She got high heels too.
Honey
She fighting high heels.
In their
So yeah, there's 34 of them.
amazing national-
Who do you think's gonna win?
I
Check
I
out
have no
social
idea.
media pages of
Why is
Binibining
that?
Pilipinas
I don't
to
know.
know how we will determine the winner. We are also
I like
thankful
this
to
girl.
all our local
She's really pretty.
designers who lend their time
This
and
one
their
is sexy,
talents
though.
in coming up with these magnificent outfits.
So, what do you think? So what do you think?
There were a lot of glowing costumes,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of there were some costumes that you had things revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like you said that you liked it more than the international one, but I felt like you had a lot of the same sort of styles.
Mhm.
You didn't have as much diversity
What do you mean?
in the costumes. I felt like a lot of the costumes kind of fit into maybe one of 4 different categories.
Which is?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going into this. I don't know if I know the specifics of like how I would categorize them, but you didn't see sort of the differences as like when you watched Miss Universe. You kind of went from like one costume to something completely different to something completely different.
Mhm.
Whereas this was like a lot of the costumes kind of started
Look similar?
blend together.
Mm.
You had different styles, but like especially like the first 5 were like this, a lot of like those sparkly things or whatever, I don't know, and then you have ones that had just that kind of felt look, and then the other ones that were basically cage type costumes.
But there's a reason for that, because in Miss Universe it's more diverse because it's different countries representing
Well, yeah, obviously.
themselves. This one it's more like within the Philippines, like, so at least you need to, how can I say, stay true to like the elements of Filipino culture, and like at the same time make it look more, how can I say, should I say fashionable, like high fashion or something like that. It's kind of like for Japanese costume, like different styles of kimonos or something like that, elaborate dresses. That's why. And most of the time, like, you see like some of the costumes are like look different because I told you like it's a diverse place, because before we've been colonized by the Spanish, like there's different tribes of people who live there, like in the US, and basically it blended with like European cultures with the local cultures. That's why. So what else do you think? Do you have anything? How come we don't have
I was
anything?
just looking at these sponsors they have, because like, you know, some of these things obviously they're just very American. Pizza Hut, Dairy Queen, Taco Bell.
You see more Manhattan Gardens.
Manhattan Garden. Well, Manhattan doesn't necessarily just mean
I know.
Manhattan. I mean, there's a Manhattan, Montana. It's obviously not just a New York City thing.
And you see there's Novotel, and then there's Patron or something. No, they sponsor this because I told you, like, beauty pageant is big in Philippines. It's kind of like K-pop for the Koreans, or
Gold's Gym,
or the Super Bowl here in the US. Like, it's not just pageant, like the way you look at pageant. It's not like that. It's more than that. It's an event. It's a cultural event, basically. And usually, like, there's also like a guy version of this competition, but the more popular ones are like women competition,
yeah.
female pageants. That's why. And I don't know who's gonna win though. Who do you think's gonna win based on all the girls seen?
I have no idea.
Who's the prettiest for you? You already know the one I like, the one from Masbate. She's pretty. But I wonder who are they gonna send for like international or Miss Universe specifically? Because Miss Universe is big. And then they're gonna undergo like, and they go to like rigorous training just to, you know, compete for this pageant. That's how big it is. Like, you have no idea. Wait, how come we don't have anything similar in the US, you think?
What do you mean?
Like people, I don't know, like a fashion show where designers are like designing traditional American clothing, not just American clothing, but like just to showcase American culture.
Well, don't they have Miss America or Miss USA?
Yeah, but I feel like I haven't seen them wear like traditional
I don't
costume.
know if they have a traditional costume.
Where like designers like take pride in like designing costume that will or dresses that will represent the US or something, like in other countries.
Well, because if you're talking about a show that's in the US, they would all be from the US.
Yeah, but how come we don't have something similar to it? As you can see, like, we take pride on designing our costumes, and we just showcase it. Like, we are proud of showcasing it. Remember, like when we went to Philippines, like I wanted to like wear this traditional clothing because we're going to like a traditional place, which is Intramuras, or a historical place, Intramuras, especially Casa Manila, and like just to blend in with the theme.
Well,
and it's something I'm proud
in
of.
comparison, the U.S. Historical costumes probably aren't as interesting.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's not as old for one thing. It goes back to 1500s at the earliest.
Well, the modern day ones. Well, probably because people are gonna go social justice warrior on people if somebody wear like let's just say a traditional Native American costume or something like that, probably.
Yeah, that would be considered poor taste if you weren't from that background at all.
But isn't it supposed to be like, you know, you're representing the US or something like?
But it,
Well, what if the designer is like a local, should I say, an indigenous person?
but still, if you're a person who's not from that culture, you're just kind of using it.
It's the same
It
with
would
this
be
one.
frowned upon.
The same with this one. Like a lot of this girl, well, they're from those region, I guess, or something like that. And some of them, like, they hire like somebody to model for them, just to wear traditional tribal costumes. But yeah, I've seen this shows in the past, but like this is the first time I'm recording like a national costume competition for Philippines, because it's nice. I really enjoy it though, especially wearing a traditional costume in Philippines. Something I'm proud of. That's why hopefully you can try it one of these days though. And yeah, guys, comment down below on like places we can go to rent like barongs or like any traditional costumes that we can take places with us and like take pictures of it as well, because we're planning to like visit the Philippines one of these days again, because I miss it. That's one of the reasons why I'm watching this show, because I miss the Philippines right now, honestly. After all this pandemic, like, it's time to travel again. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a like, a share, and subscribe. Don't forget to support and subscribe to his channel,
Jonny Skywatcher. You can also watch me on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
and please be kind in the comment section, and hopefully you guys can support me on my GoFundMe campaign down in the description below. And yeah, be kind in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my future video. Bye. Bye.